Hi, I'm Dr. Pallavi Sarji Utkarsh. Hair fall is a serious issue. Who doesn't have a hair fall nowadays? However, hair fall has multiple reasons and hence even the solutions are also multiple. People do often ask me, so these derma rollers, are they effective in controlling hair fall? I would say yes. Because, as I said, there are multiple reasons for hair fall. I'm not dwelling into that topic right now. One of the reason is reduced blood circulation to the hair follicle. Through dermaroller, basically it improves circulation to the hair follicle, and hence, dermaroller to a certain extent kind of helps in hair growth. Nowadays, you would have seen a dermaroller, right? So, it's one of the very small tool with a micro needles at its point. But that is a very crude version. As professionals, as doctors, we use more customizable, which more controlled way of needling the scalp, that is we call it as micro needling. So these, whether this is dermaroller or a micro needling, they are based on the principle of they cause this micro damage on your scalp, so which increases circulation to the hair follicles, thus inducing the hair growth. We usually recommend around 0.5 millimeter to 1 millimeter of needle size to use on the scalp. If you are kind of doing at home and with a little less pressure, you can do even once a week, but I would recommend doing once in 3 weeks. Dermaroller is good. As dermaroller induces a pinpoint bleeding, it also helps in better perfusion of any of these hair growth serum or other medically formulations which induces the hair growth, like minoxidil. So you can use this during the process of microneedling. When the channels of those micro channels are created. So soon after the derma rolling, you can use these hair serums or minoxidil or any other medically based formulations which have been prescribed by your doctor. See, derma roller and microneedling, though here the basic principle is using these small needles to cause a micro injury to the scalp and to increase the blood circulation to the hair follicle. So, it leads to the hair follicle stimulation and hence the hair growth. However, derma roller is a very crude form, whereas the micro needle, that process is more controlled and more scientific, and it causes less scarring. Hence, micro needling done by a professional in a professional setting is more beneficial than a derma roller, which is a cruder version. So, I would recommend getting this micro needling once in a month, and when it is combined with other treatments like maybe growth peptides, growth factor treatment or PRP, platelet rich plasma treatment, the more benefits are there. So, these are all the other procedures which you can combine with the micro needling. So, I would recommend more of a micro needling which is done at a professional setting for hair growth. If I have to say do's and don'ts, if at all you are using derma roller by yourself, one thing keep it in mind, always sterile the equipment, okay, otherwise it leads to infection. Never share your derma roller with others because it will be contaminated, and also never use others' derma roller on your scalp. Be aware of the infections which are spread. If you have allergic prone person or if you have a scalp psoriasis, any infections on your scalp, please avoid it, and of course, know the right pressure to use on the scalp and the right technique too, otherwise it will lead to scarring on your scalp.